If you need 100,000 coins on FIFA 23 to buy a new player for your team or something like that, you've come to the right place. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make 100,000 coins from 200 coins, literally 500 coins, whatever you start with, you can start anywhere. I'm going to show you 3 main methods, and you're only going to need these methods throughout the whole of FIFA 23. So make sure you stick around to learn each method, and I promise you, you're going to be able to make coins throughout the whole of FIFA 23 with just these 3 methods. So let's say you only have 1,000 coins, or maybe 500 coins. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have 200 coins, you can start with this method. Obviously, it's going to be slow to start because the less coins you have to start, the harder it is to basically build on that and compound that money into bigger amounts of money. So the first method, it's a bronze and silver trading method. You can do this, as I say, with bronze or silver. It doesn't matter. If you're going to start with 200 coins, obviously you're going to need to start at bronze. If you have a bit more coins, let's say you have 3, 4, 5, maybe 10,000 coins, even 20,000 coins, start with silver. So make sure you put the quality to silver and then go to league. Now you need to use the top 5 leagues. I'm sure you can use other leagues as well, but I personally would recommend just sticking to the top 5 leagues. So obviously Premier League, Ligue 1, Serie A, Bundesliga and Liga Santander. So not every league is the same. So you're going to have different specific requirements for each league. So for example, the Bundesliga silvers are actually very expensive. If we go to max buy now and just put in, say, 800, nothing's going to show up. 900, nothing's going to show up until we get to 950. Then there's pages of them at 950. But if we go to something like Ligue 1 and then go down to, say, 500 coins, they're already here. So this is probably the best league personally that I've found to trade with silver players. And the way you do this is you simply go to the 59th minute. I put in 500 coins for Ligue 1. This may change, you know, as when you learn this, you'll start to figure out, oh, this league's better than this one, and so forth. So let's go to here, 59th minute, 59 minutes on this card. We're going to go to compare price. What is the cheapest one after this? So 600 there, 1,400. Personally, this one could easily sell for 600, and I could then have one for 700 or 800. But if we need to flip coins quickly, I'm going to buy this for 400 coins, obviously assign this now, and then list it up for, say, 550. That means we're going to be the cheapest on the market. Are we going to make a lot of profit here? Let's just work it out. So we've got EA tax. If we sell it for 550, you're going to pay about 25, 26, 27 coins or something like that. So you're going to make about 125 coins profit, which, believe it or not, is very good return on investment, because you saw how easy it was to go and pick up a card, and we've only spent 400 coins on it. We're going to make 100 and something coins back. That's over 25% profit, maybe 30 to 35% profit. I know there's a lot of numbers I've just spat out right there, but hopefully it makes sense to you. So we can do that again. And if you want, just go like this, put this to max buy now, just a big number, and search again. That make sure you get a fresh result every single time. Otherwise, sometimes it can give you the same page with the same players and it doesn't refresh to the 59th minute. So let's scroll to the 59th minute again. Let's see if anything is new. So I think all these cards are pretty much new. And I think, was that one that we just bought? So we've got CDM here, some down at 400. That doesn't look particularly enticing to me. There's quite a lot of cards on the market for that one. Mensa, what about this card? 350 instantly, so that wasn't a good one. 750, 650, 500. So if I bought that for 450 and sold for 500, it wouldn't make me anything. So I know to stay well clear of this. This one could be good because it's a different nationality, so it could be good for some kind of advanced SBC. But again, I wouldn't be the cheapest on the market. Let's look at this right back, and it looks like this particular filter, there are no players. Now, obviously, you can keep going through and through, doing the same league over and over again. If you get bored or you feel like you're not getting much joy from one particular filter, you can move on to a different league. So let's just quickly go to the 59th minute and see if there's anything fresh here. So we've got a couple of players coming in at 400. Yeah, 2 at 400, so we know that's not going to be a particularly good deal. That one's 500. I think that's pretty much one we've seen before. So let's move on to a different league and show you how we would change up for a different leagues. In fact, let's go to Bronze, Liga Santander, and we'll put in max buy now 200 coins. This is the easiest way to start. If you have absolutely nothing, there's no risk to trading like this. So 59 minutes and 8 seconds. If we search for the market, you can see there's already some on the market for 200 coins. We're looking for cards that don't have any for 200. Ideally, something like, you know, you could sell for 250 to 300 coins really easily. I think the one we just showed you could easily sell for 250 coins. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy this for 200, and then we're going to back out and then try to sell it for actually 300, just to make my time worth it. Because if I sell it for 250, the profit is going to be big, but if we jump up to 300, the return on investment is really good. So this is a really good way to start trading if you have no coins. Let's go back to the 59th minute. We have one here, Iker Alvarez. Compare the market, and you can see the cheapest on the market is actually 350 coins. So let's buy that for 200 and we'll list it up for the cheapest on the market at 300 coins. So already with the free cards that we've bought, we've probably made 3 or 4, maybe 500 coins. So what I want you guys to do is keep cycling through different filters of silver and bronze, going through the top 5 leagues and just find the lowest point of the market. So for example, with Premier League, you can see here the low point seems to be about 650 to 750, right? Now if we search for 750 and then we go to the 49th minute, sorry, not 49th, the 59th minute, you might see a player that actually sells. Now personally, I have been doing this just before I started to record the video. I wanted to see how many of my cards actually did sell. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 have sold, and we've got 1 there, which is 10. Obviously, we've just done these 3 now for the video, so we're just going to include the ones that we've got here. So 10 have sold, and I think there's a bunch at the back here. So 2 that haven't sold, and 3, 4. So 4 didn't sell, and 10 did sell. So out of 14 cards that I had previously, 10 of them sold. So obviously this is a really fast method. It's a good way to get from, say, 500 coins up to 1, 2, 3, 4,000 coins. And then what you want to do after you've done that is move over to something like this. Before we get into the second method, guys, I do have a premium Discord group which basically shares all different tips, different trading techniques to make coins. It's not just me, it's other head traders, people that have been top 100 on the leaderboards before in previous Fifas on Xbox, PlayStation and PC. So we've got different things like leaks, we've got sell alerts, flips, sniping filters, we've got some tips around advanced SBCs where players are selling for, you buy them for 600, 700, 800 coins and you sell them for like 2,000 coins. Some people have made over 1 million coins transfer profit already just from these tips. One here, posted is buying these players for 300 coins, selling them for 900, just really easy tips basically. So for £15 a month, you're getting a bargain here. You're going to make more coins than you would if you paid for 12,000 FIFA points, and everyone in here has obviously had great experiences. We've got the premium reviews, so for anybody that isn't sure if it's worth joining, you can read through these reviews and see how much people are making, and also see the profit flex, which is where people are sharing how many coins they've made from the tips we've been putting in this Discord. If you're interested in joining, you can go to this membership info and it has the links to either subscribing through Discord or subscribing through Patreon. It's down to you. It's actually cheaper to go for the subscription through this page here. It's $17 or £15 basically. Anyway, let's get back to method number 2. So this method is basically for active traders. Now, what I mean by an active trader, someone that is obviously on the search filters over and over again, buying a card, listing them up, buying a card, listing them up. The next method is going to be a passive trader method, but you can do with, once you've got 5 to 10,000 coins, you can do this method, and it's good for someone that wants to do a little bit of trading. They have 5 minutes spare, they buy some cards, they list them up on the market, and then they go and play some games of FIFA. That's how most people like to play FIFA anyway. You don't want to spend all day just trading. So what you do, you try to figure out how much a position modifier costs currently on your platform right now, whether you're Xbox, PlayStation or PC. So you can see here, for me, it's going for 1,300 coins. So I know that's how much I can instantly sell my position modifiers. If I go to 1,400 coins, it will drop down to 30 minutes. So obviously you can actually lazy sell your position modifiers for 1,400 coins as well. Now what we're going to do is, we know they're going to sell at 1,300 coins easily. What we want to do is go and put in max price of say 1,100 or 1,200. It's really down to you. You're going to be able to buy more for 1,200 coins than 1,100 coins. Let me just reset that and then go to 1,200 coins like that. Now, all of these cards are going to have maximum 1,200 coins bid. As you can see, someone's already bid on all of those. So that he's doing what we're trying to teach you. So we're going to search for 1,100 max here, and then we're going to put a bid over the top of this, guys. Now, someone is doing it exactly the same time as us, which is going to make it hard. Now, we've gone to 3 minutes. Now, what you want to do is basically mass bid on all these cards until you get the top bid for 1,200 coins. Now, what happens is you're going to have some cards that, or some people will put a bid of 1,300 coins over the top of you. Obviously, you want to stay clear of that. That is absolutely fine. We're not going to be selling these cards for 1,300 coins, though. We're going to be lazy listing these cards. So once you've done literally pages of this, let's say you've got 50,000 coins, you can buy like 40 to 45 position modifiers at once, list them all up at the same time. So they're going to be, it's going to take 3 minutes for those to be bought or to win on that bid. So let's go over to here and have a look at some of the position modifiers that have sold for me in the last hour. So we've got one that has sold for 1,900 coins. We saw right there that the cheapest on the market was 1,300 coins. Some were selling for 1,400 coins. So why did anyone buy my card for 1,900 coins? The reason why is because I've lazy listed it. And when people are building squads and they have a player that is in the right wing position, they need to move him to a right mid, it will direct them to the transfer market. It won't let them select a cheapest or a maximum price, and they'll just scroll on one page, second page, third page until they see a price they think is pretty decent, and then they've gone ahead and bought my card. We also had one sell for 1,600 and one for 1,700 coins. So Obviously, when you list cards, you want to do it at random prices. You don't want to just block list them all for the same price. Now, let me give you an example. So we had 3 cards that sold out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. So I listed up 11 position modifiers and 3 of them sold. So this is a passive trader method. It's not going to give you the quickest return on investment, because you have to list up the cards, then you have to wait an hour, and then they are only bought in the last minute or two, because that's how it works. So let me give you an example of what happens when someone's building a team, they have a brand new squad, but they have one player that is out of position, but they go to search their club and they don't have an actual position modifier. EA will actually recommend saying, do you want to look for a position modifier? And you click on this, so you hold that down, and it's going to give you pages and pages. So as you can see, first page, all these cards are 3,000 coins, then 2,500 coins, and 5,000, 1,600. So that one looks really cheap. So someone that's either new to FIFA or very lazy, hence the word lazy listing, that one just got bought for 1,600 coins. We know that you can go onto the market and buy them for 1,300 coins very easily. So you're making 3, 4, 5, 600 coins every time. And when you lazy list items, that one sold for 1,500. You want to list for a variety of different prices. You don't want to block it. Imagine it just said 1,600, 1,600, 1,600, 1,600. Obviously, that is the same person listing cards over and over again. The way you're going to get your cards bought is if there's a variety in the prices listed. So as you can see here, the cards that didn't sell for me, I had one listed for a start price of 1,600, buy now of 1,700, this one for 18, this one for 19, this one for 17, this one for 18, this one for 19. I don't think that I actually did them in that up and down thing. It just seemed to expire and position them this way. I just basically listed them between 1,600 coins and 1,900 coins, and they're just going to be bought at random. It's really random as to where your cards end up. Ideally, you want to be wedged in between all the expensive position modifiers. If it says 3,000 coins and 5,000 coins, 4,500 coins, and then your position modifier turns up for 1,700 coins, you're increasing the chance of your position modifier getting bought, but you can't control where it's positioned. It's just completely random. So what you're going to do is just list up your cards for about 300 to 500 coins more than the cheapest buy now, and then they're just going to get bought at random. Now, the good thing about this method, as I said, it's a passive trading method. If you're out and you're on your mobile phone, but you want to make some coins, you can, once you've listed these cards up and they expire, if they don't sell, you can literally just use the button relist now, like relist all. It's super easy to do this method, but it's not the fastest. It's just very easy and very convenient to do. Now guys, if you do want to buy some coins for Ultimate Team, make sure to go and check out igvault.com and use a discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself a discount off your coins. The link will be in the description. And finally, the last method you need, guys, is basically just flipping players that have good chemistry styles or good position changes. So what you need to do is find a player that has good secondary positions that people are likely to use when building, say, a 4-4-2 or 4-1-2-1-2, the main positions for main formations. So in this example, I'm going to use Wilfried Zaha. The reason why is a good price. And the more expensive cards get, the more EA tax you pay. So there's a certain point where they get so expensive, it's really hard to make profit. But if they're too cheap, then the position modifiers just people aren't going to pay more for a very cheap card. So somewhere in between 5 and 20,000 coins seems to be a good place to be doing this for players. So Wilfried Zaha, he has a few different positions. Let's search on the market and see what's on the market. So his main position is left wing, as we can see here. He's got mostly left wings on this page. The next one is going to be left mid. So there's not as many of these on the market, and there's also centre forward cards, as you can see. Now, if we actually search for the cheapest buy now, let's put in 15,000 coins. Wow, that is someone's going to have that, some kind of sniping bot on that. So that was very cheap. Unlucky to not get that. Let's just put in this. I always like putting this in, makes searching easier. So you can see, wow, another one. Okay, that's also a way you can make coins. So we've just got another card there. That's just a standard, probably just recently packed. Oh no, so he's got 2 owners. Yeah, because I'm the second owner. So we're going to send it to a transfer list. But basically, the cheapest on the market is about 15,000 to 15,500 coins. We know that they're being instantly bought around this price. Now, once you've found that out, you can also go onto the different positions and search specifically what is the cheapest per position. So you can see one has just come onto the market. That is probably going to be instantly bought or fairly quickly bought. yeah, it's already been sold. And if we go up to 16,000, this is where some start to come onto the market. 37 minutes remaining, so that's very popular. Let's go to 16.25. This is where they start to get a bit more padded out. So you can see there's not as many on the market. And at this position change, there are some with better chemistry styles. So for Zaha, if you go onto FUTBin, you can see all the popular different chemistry styles. So for Zaha, the Hawk chemistry style, the Hunter, and also the Finisher chemistry style are the main ones that people want to use. And I think the left mid and the centre forward are going to give you similar results as to how many are on the page and what they're selling for. So you can see centre forward, Hunter there, and a Finisher chem style. So we've already established that a position modifier is about 1,000 to 1,200 coins, or let's say 1,300 coins. So if people want to play 4-4-2 and they want Zaha in their team, they want him to play left mid, then they are going to want to buy a Zaha in the left mid position already. So that's why you're going to see these on the market for about 16,000 coins. But when people are finished using their team, without even realizing, they will forget that they've actually changed a position for a player. So for example, guys, let's say Carrasco was naturally a left mid position and I bought him for the cheapest on the market. I put him into my team. I changed his position from left mid to left wing. When I'm done with my team, I'm going to look on FUTBin, or I'm going to look at the cheapest on the market, and I'm going to try and sell for roughly about the same price. But what I forget at that time is I've put a position modifier on that card, which adds about 1,000 coins to the card. So if we apply that same principle to the Zahas here on the market, all the left mids and all the centre forwards should be about 1,000 coins more than the left wings, which is basically, that's how you pack him, that's his primary position. So what you're going to do is find out what is the cheapest price that Zaha seems to be coming on the market, and that seems to be about 15 to 15,500 coins, although he seems to be going up in price slightly. There's always going to be some fluctuation. So let's say 15,500 coins. What you're going to do is sit here and put in, say, the similar kind of filter, but you're going to be searching specifically for the position that you want, a different position, a different secondary position. I've got to miss another one there for 12,000 coins. So these seem to be getting listed on the market quite frequently. This is a very good filter right now. And another one, oh, well, that's not particularly great. Sometimes you're going to get one that comes up for 15,000 coins. It might have a chemistry style as well, but that's just an example. I was doing this earlier, and this is how many that I got. So I've sent it to my transfer list. Let's go to my transfer list now. So when I was sniping earlier, I got one Zaha for 14,500 coins. I got another one for 15.5. I think that's the one I just got. We've got one left wing for 13,000 coins. We know he pretty much instantly sells for 15,750. Another one here, left mid, with the Finisher chem style. So the thing is with that, the Finisher chem style is the most highest rated or most popular chosen chem style on FUTBin. So I know he's going to go for a premium. So let's say I have a basic left mid here. Let's say I want to list this card for, let's say 16,500 coins, right? Or let's say 16,750. If I have one with a Finisher chem style, I know that's a desired chem style over basic. So I'm going to list this for about, let's say 17,250. It's only a little amount of coins, but it all adds up in the end. And you should aim to make about 1,000 to 2,000 coins per card. Now the return on investment, if you're spending 15 and you're only getting 1,000 coins profit, obviously that's not as good as buying a bronze card for 200 and then selling it for 300 or 350. But the good thing about this method is you can buy these cards and you're getting 1,000 coins every single card. So it's based on how many coins you're making per card as opposed to the percentage of return on investment. This is why I only recommend doing this once you've actually accumulated a little bit more coins. So what I'm going to do now is just continue listing up these cards, and I'm going to probably make, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15,000 coins off of all these cards that I've just bought. There you go, guys. 3 methods to make 100,000 coins. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like before you leave. Make sure you subscribe, but maybe you want to check out another one of my videos here.